it made the truck look significantly better. I don't think that, besides the whole, like, obviously Raptor lining the entire exterior of the truck, I don't think I ever did a mod to my truck where I got more compliments on it than when I upgraded the
It's time to get to work. Let's get to work, boys.
So maybe you just picked up your brand new to you 2004 to 2008 Ford F-150, or maybe you've had your truck for a while now. It's serving you well. It's an absolute workhorse. It's a beast if you're towing anything, but you've decided it's time to show the old girl some love. Give her some lipstick, put some accessories on it, really trick it out, really make it your own. Well, today I'm gonna go over, in my opinion, what the top modifications inside and outside are for a 2004 to 2008 Ford F-150. First things first, guys, there's a reason that you still see so many of these trucks on the road today. Not only, as I previously mentioned, are they an absolute beast and a really, really good quality workhorse on the job site, but they still look awesome. In my opinion, the 2004 to 2008 11th generation Ford F-150 is one of the best exterior-wise looking trucks that has ever been made in the history of the trucks. You know, not just Ford trucks, but, you know, spanning across all the different automotive makers. And to be honest, I would personally love it if in 2021 they just re-released the 11th generation F-150 body style and just updated it with the EcoBoost engines, the 10-speed transmissions, and, you know, the updated interior options. But hey, we don't live in a perfect world, so let's go over how to make your 11th generation Ford F-150 the best looking, truly one-of-a-kind F-150 that it can be. So beginning with the exterior first, obviously you have to talk about the Ford Raptor replacement grille for the F-150. Some of you guys might be rolling your eyes being like, oh, Andrew, everybody does that. But there's a reason, guys. There's a reason that so many people do this, is because it is one of the best looking mods that you can do to the outside of this truck to soup it up, give it an updated look, give it a much more aggressive, just really cool looking look. And to be honest, it's not very expensive either. A lot of these grills retail for around the $120 to $150 price point, and they just look awesome. Next up on the list of exterior modifications are going to be fender flares. Now, me personally, I went with the pocketed riveted style ones, which is where you have it where it looks like you have a bunch of bolts sticking around the outside of the fender flare. These guys are super, super cheap for how good they look on the truck. A lot of them you can pick up for less than $100, which is absolutely insane because there are some companies out there that are charging over $500 for the exact same product, maybe give or take a little bit higher quality, but realistically, for the price point and for the value, it's not even close to being worth it to spending that you know, large amount of money when you can get the exact same thing fender flare wise, look wise, and spend maybe $100, give or take, a little bit more, a little bit less. I'm speaking from personal experience, guys. A lot of these things that I'm going to go over in this video are stuff that I've done personally myself, have made a video about on my channel, and feel confident that I can tell you guys, yes, this is a good looking mod, it's worth your money, and it's super easy to install. Again, keeping with the whole personal experience thing, I installed these on my truck myself, and when I ultimately upgraded from my, I think I was running a 33-inch tire setup at the time, I went up to like a 34.8, so around a 35-inch tire, it looked perfect. That's probably the one I would recommend most if you guys are looking at getting larger tires for your truck. Moving right along, especially if you've already given yourself like a larger tire and you've got the more aggressive offset look, you know, with the fender flares and everything like that, I would suggest looking into upgrading your running boards to either a much more aggressive like Nerf bar, like 3.5, you know, nice Nerf bars on the side of your truck. It really cleans up the side of your truck a lot, and it's very, very inexpensive to install. Most of these things can cost around $100 to $150, which is going to be really consistent for all the price points of all the different mods that we're going to talk about throughout this video. Again, speaking from personal experience, most of these things are incredibly easy to install. Most of these mods I did with about a $25 to $30 socket set from Walmart. I think the brand was like Hyper Tough or something like that. And going into the next modification, which I would suggest, which would be a bull bar or some sort of brush guard up in the front, most of these things are super easy. It's just a bolt with like a washer and a lock washer and then a nut. And really, a standard socket set is going to have everything that you need for, you know, a modification as simple as that. Now lastly, for the exterior modifications, a lot of people don't think about this, but it really spruces up the look of your truck and makes it look a lot newer. And that is door handle covers, you know, tailgate handle covers, and review side mirror covers. Now, when I first got my truck, it had these chrome door handles, you know, covers on it. You guys know me, I'm not a big fan of chrome, so I took it off and I cleaned off everything. But to be honest, it actually made the truck look even older once I exposed that super sun-faded, old plastic, you know, door handle trim kind of stuff. But I went ahead and I picked up, I think it was an entire set. I want to say it was both side doors, and it was the tailgate door, and I think it was also the gas cap as well. And I picked it up, it was just, you know, double-sided 3M plastic tape on the inside, gloss black, and after I slapped that stuff on the outside, guys, it made my truck look like 4 to 6 years newer. It made the paint job look better, it made everything look newer because we had these really nice, clean, shiny, look to OEM parts on the outside. That's something that a lot of people don't think about, but can make a huge difference. And realistically, these door handle covers, these side mirror covers and everything like that are going to be on probably the cheapest side of the exterior mods that we've covered in this video. Moving on to the inside of the truck, the number one first thing that should be on your list to do if you're going to be messing around with the interior of your truck, in my opinion, should be seat covers. The way your interior seats can make the truck look significantly older or newer than it actually is. When I had my 2006 truck, it had the cloth interior, you know, straight from factory seats that came with the XLT package. It was like a lighter gray. And like, you know, it looked fine, but to be honest, whenever you opened up the truck, you could really see its age by how old and worn the seats were. But the cushions and all the springs were still fine. So I slapped some Cover King leatherette black seat covers over it. So it was the driver's seat and the passenger seat, as well as the jump seat in the middle. Made it look black, made it look leather. It was really good quality, really good fit, and it made the truck look significantly better. I don't think that, besides the whole, like, obviously Raptor lining the entire exterior of the truck, I don't think I ever did a mod to my truck where I got more compliments on it than when I upgraded the interior of the truck. And it wasn't even actually like upgrading the entire interior. It was just putting seat covers over the existing seats in the truck. Number 2 on the list of interior mods is definitely going to be addressing the old radio head unit that is in all these trucks. A lot of the different options that you have on the market as far as radios go, you have a lot of different ones that are touchscreen that are extremely inexpensive. You have a lot of ones that are large, like I think it's 6.2 inch LCD screens that can fit in this model of truck. And guys, they're maybe around the $150, maybe to $200 mark. It is going to be a bit more expensive than some of the mods that we've already talked about, but the simplicity of the install is extremely easy. Most of these head units come with pre-made wiring harnesses that make it to where you don't have to splice, you don't have to connect, you don't have to solder any wires whatsoever. You can just take out the old head unit, take the wiring harness that comes equipped with your new one, and just plug and play everything right back in, and it can make the interior of a truck look so much nicer. And to be honest, while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and upgrade all the other speakers, because those are super easy to fix as well. And last but not least, for the interior, you know, I've pretty much covered the 2 main things that I would focus on, but if you really do want to go ahead and take it the extra mile as far as the interior goes, you can go ahead and look at some like trim molding pieces that can cover, you know, different aspects like the, you know, the dial knobs, or like a steering wheel cover or something like that. But to be honest, the interiors of these trucks are pretty basic. So as far as going further than, you know, upgrading the seats and upgrading the actual radio and everything like that on the inside, there's not a whole lot of features on the insides of these trucks that would really warrant an upgrade. So there it is, guys. That is my list. That is my personal opinion of what I would upgrade on the exterior of the truck and what I would upgrade on the interior of the truck. Did I miss anything? Have you guys done something to your own truck that I didn't mention in this video? Leave it in the comments below. Maybe you'll inspire somebody. Maybe you'll, click on a light bulb for somebody else who's ringing this who thought, man, I never thought of that. That's awesome that that guy did that to his truck. Leave it in the comments below, just like how I always want. Let's get a nice positive discussion going in the comments so we can help each other, so we can inspire each other, so we can educate each other. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.